It's football time. It's football time. It's football time. Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
And that's right, it's football time in Tennessee. And as always, I'm Dustin. We're going to be going over a few little topics, a few things here. It's not going to be a long podcast, of course, because it's a not a really big game for us. Um, so the the matchup is just another cupcake game for us. It's another scrimmage, pretty much. Of course, the Kent is not. I mean, it's not a team that we're scared of. The quarterback unfortunately has only completed roughly 50% of his passes. He threw 66 passes so far this year, with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, which means he only completed 2 less passes than Nico has, and has thrown 15 times or 15 more throws than Nico has, for 374 yards to Nico's 505 yards so far this year. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal offensively. We are going to destroy them. So it's not going to be that big of a matchup. Rushing, of course, they've only done their top rusher has only rushed 79 yards this year, and that's not good, going up against a big school like us. So it's not going to be a huge game for us. It's not really, you know, they've got a percent, and I think my wife sent me a meme stating that that they got 1%, and it's like the Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me there's a chance? No, I'm telling you there's no chance. I think if we could put less than 1% on the board, that would be more accurate than the fact that you got any chance whatsoever to actually win. They're saying we're probably going to put at least, I think when I look, yeah, they're saying at least 49 points um, on Kent. So that is crazy to think that they're going to have the fact that that it's only going to be 49 points when we put 51 points. Was it 51? I think 51 points on the NC State. So I mean, that to me, 49 is not. I mean, that's underperforming for us. I mean, we put 69 points on Chattanooga. I think it's every bit of 69 points, if not more, against Kent State, which you know Chattanooga wasn't that was a small school too. It wasn't like that was going to be a hard game for us. So I don't see with a 0-2 team that's going to be at all a hard challenge for us to go up against. Now it will just showcase, more than less, it'll just showcase the talent that we have. See where our defense is, what kind of defenses we're going to be looking like this year or this season, and if they can continue on the trend that we've had so far. So I have to say, I mean, it's not bad that we're going to be playing this game. It's just another kind of step up to the big game, which is I think the start of the season, which is the Oklahoma game the week after that. What I do find odd about this game is that you know it it's a 7:45 game, which is really weird that it's a 7:45 game. And why would we play a nobody at 7:45? That's a prime time slot. So, why would we do that? Why they have us? I mean, usually a small team like that when we're playing them. That's like a 1 o'clock game because no one's really watching that game. At least other people in the conference, they're not watching this game to see how we do because it's a 1 o'clock game. But 7:45 is odd to me. Now Oklahoma, we play them at 7:30. That makes sense. That's two That's a new conference or SEC conference member coming in playing against us. I mean, they're ranked 15th right now. We're ranked 7th. So, um, you know that makes sense to me that they are, coming on here and having a 7:30 game, and it's ABC. Now we are on the SEC network this week, so 7:45. This is just a weird timing for such a small school, but it is what it is. I mean, it's going to be a cupcake game for us. It's not something that we have to worry about. I think every bit easily to pull off like a 70-0. I don't know if they'll even score on us, especially since everybody's given the defense as much credit as they are. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think our defense is bad. I think our defense just picks and chooses sometimes when they want to show up. Maybe. We got a lot of new guys on that side. And I don't know if they're just waiting and trying to learn what's going on at the first part of the game or what, but they pick and choose, when they want to start things up. And, if that's the case, then that's something that we're going to have problems with, you know, into the Alabama game, the Georgia game. You need to make sure we're staying strong throughout the whole entire game from start to finish. Now, Coach did say that when you come to Tennessee, you're coming to play defense, and you're coming to play an elite defense with an elite defense. Now, I hope that's the case, and I hope that's where we're like that all season long, not just the small schools, but all season long we're like that. So, let's see how it happens. Let's see what goes on. Let's see how everything pans out. But right, throughout the season, this game I'm not worried about. For them to say that, we'll have 49 points on them, total of 62.5. I think that's a little cutting us a little again under. I'm not playing that card this week. I'm thinking it's every bit of 70-0 because I think our defense will handle Kent State no problem. I don't think they're going to have an issue with them. They have picked up the pace a little bit, especially in the second half of NC State games. So if they can continue to do that throughout the season, will be great. But I think Kent State won't be an issue for the defense. So I think they'll handle them just fine, especially, they're 0-2. They've not passed real well. They've not rushed real well. And their rush defense is by far one of the best in the conference, if not the best. So I think that's not going to be an issue. The passing was scary at some times. So, but he's had issues passing. He's already had 2 interceptions, which we did too. Don't get me wrong. We had 2 interceptions. One with Nico got hit throwing the ball. It kind of, was an air ball there, and then up, everybody had a chance to try to get it. And then one was either a miscommunication or a bad read. I'm not sure. But either way, I mean, we had 2 picks, but again, his passing percentage, completion percentage is a lot better than this quarterback's at Kent State, and we've been, we faced NC State, which is, still a top 25 team. How, they're still 24th, they're still ranked. So, how they'll turn out the rest of the season, I don't know, but they're still a ranked team. Kent State, I'm sure, they're not facing ranked teams until this one. This is their first ranked team. Now they'll face Penn State next week, which is another, ranked team. And, they'll face 2 big teams right there. But this is their first big matchup. And they're already 0-2. They're already having issues completing the pass. They're already having issues, getting the ball. So I don't see us having any issues on defense with them. Our offense is going to be by far, picking their defense apart too. Our Nico is by far a stellar quarterback, and I don't think he's going to have any issues whatsoever. So my prediction this week, like I said, it's not going to be a long podcast, pretty short and sweet. So because this is not a big game for us, and I'm the only one here today, so my prediction by far is that it's 70-0. I'm not undercutting Tennessee anymore on their points because the offense is by far picking other teams apart so far in the games we played. So I'm thinking easily 70-0. We're going into Oklahoma 3-0. at 7:30 against Oklahoma at Oklahoma. So we'll see how it goes. But like always, I'm Dustin, and we'll catch you, or I'll catch you, or we'll catch you if they're on with me on Sunday to do a recap of this game. I don't think it's going to be that great, big recap because, like I said, it's not that big of a team, and we'll go from there, and we'll look at where they put if they'll move us up. I don't know if they will because it's such a small school. I don't know if they'll move us up in the prediction, um, or in the polling at all. So we'll just see. We'll see how it pans out, and we'll go from there. But as always, I'm Dustin, and we'll catch you next time.